A very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Civics first year class. Yesterday, we have started with your fourth chapter, that is political concepts, and we have started with law. And yesterday, I have explained you the word law is derived from the German word ley, which means something fixed. Then we started with discussing the sources of law. We have discussed the definitions. Then we started with sources of law. Okay. So yesterday I told you there are 6 sources of law identified by T.E. Holland. T.E. Holland, he identified 6 sources of law, that is customs, religion, scientific commentaries, judicial decisions, equity and legislature. Today we will discuss these sources of law in detail. Okay, so customs, what do you mean by customs? Okay, customs is something which is followed for a long period of time. Okay, the rules and regulations which are followed for a long period of time. After a due course of time, they become law. Okay, so customs are regarded as the earliest source of law. Earlier, we did not have, government to make laws. So it was the customs prevailing in that period was regarded as law. Okay, so in ancient period, if there was any dispute or conflict between the individuals, that was settled according to the prevailing social customs. Okay, so these customs and traditions in course of time have become the basis of law, have become the source of law. Okay, am I clear till here? So these customs, they were very simple. They were simple rules. Okay, and they were promoting the common interest. If you see the example, the Britain, okay, the Britain is the best example for customs as the source of law. In Britain, the laws are made on the basis of the customs. If you remember, I told you about the constitution. What is constitution? Constitution is the supreme law of land. It is the book which contains the powers and functions of the government and rights and duties of the citizen. So Constitution of Britain is unwritten. Constitution of Britain is unwritten. So laws are made on the basis of customs. Okay, the Constitution itself is made on the basis of prevailing customs. So customs are the earliest source of law. Customs are the earliest source of law. I hope I'm clear till here. Next is another source of law. The second source of law is religion. So each one of us, we follow religion, right? So religion is also a source of law. In ancient period, okay, this customs and religion, they were closely related. Customs and religions were closely related. People used to follow the customs as per their religion. So customs and religion, they were closely related. So in ancient time, religion played an important role or key role in making laws. For example, here I can say that the king, before, taking any decision or making a new law, he used to consult with the religious priests or heads, whether it is acceptable in the religion or not. If it is acceptable, then that law was implemented. If it is not acceptable, then they did not make such laws. Okay, so that is religion. It is another source of law. Okay, it has served as the basis of laws in many states. If you see in theocratic states, in Arab countries, okay, in Arab countries, the laws of the state are based on religion. The laws of the state are based on the religion. So we can say that religion is also a source of law. So first is customs. Customs which are followed for a long period of time can be considered as laws for resolving the disputes between the individuals. Then religion, in ancient period, religion was the basis for giving judgments. Okay, so that is why we say that religion is also a source of law. Next is scientific commentaries. Scientific commentaries. You know what are commentaries? Commentaries are nothing but the comments. They'll analyze and they'll give their opinion or comment. For example, if you have interest in cricket, you can see the commentators sitting in the commentary box. They give comments on the shots played by the batsman or the fielder or the bowler, right? They give some comments, and such comments later the batsman or the bowler or the fielder tries to implement. Okay, so scientific commentaries are nothing but the comments of the eminent people, eminent jurists, you can say. Okay, they are the another important source of laws. Okay, they are the views. Scientific commentaries are the views or comments and the works of eminent jurists, that is lawmakers. Okay, they assigned importance to the opinion of the judges, jurists, and lawyers in the formulation of law. So many a times it happens that the government will take the opinion of the judges before formulating the laws. And during the course of time, the judgments or the opinions given by these jurists or judges will become the laws. Okay, will become the laws. For example, here I will take ban on acid attack. Ban on acid attack. So there was acid attacks were very common. So what can be done to stop this acid attack? They said that the judgment was given that we should ban the buying and selling of acid. So now it has become a law. Okay, so the opinion of the judges will become laws in due course of time. So that is called as scientific commentaries. That is called as scientific commentaries. So we have discussed 3 sources of law. There are 6. The first one is customs, then religion, then scientific commentaries. See, students, you should learn the answer point-wise, okay? You should know the side headings. You should know the side headings. If you know the side headings, then it becomes easy for you to learn the answer. Next, the next one is judicial decisions. What are judicial decisions? They are also called as adjudications. Okay, judicial decisions are also called as adjudications. So these are the verdicts of the court, the judgments of the court. Verdicts means judgment of the courts. Okay, so it becomes the source of law. Okay, the judgments given just now, I told you about acid attack. Okay, what can be done to stop acid attack? The court has given judgment that we should ban the buying and selling of acid. So it has to be implemented and it has become a law. So judgments given by the courts are also, one of the source of laws. Okay, and the judgments given by the Supreme Court in America and India are the best examples as judicial decisions or as a source of law. Okay, the judgments given by the courts, it becomes the law. So that is judicial decisions. So what is the first source of law? It is customs. Second is religion. Third is scientific commentaries. Fourth is judicial decisions. And coming to the next one, it is equity. Okay. So this equity is nothing but it is judge-made law. Okay. It is judge-made law. The another name for this equity is judge-made law. Here, it stands for the principles of fairness and justice. We know the laws are made by the legislature. Okay, laws are made by the legislature. Sometimes the adjudications, the judgments given by the court, they become the laws. So equity, it denotes informal method of making new laws. Equity is informal method of making new laws. So here, the old laws can be altered. Okay, old laws can be altered. So when the old laws are being altered, here they will consider the fairness and equality of treatment. So here we can say one example I'll give you. Okay, at the beginning, the right to vote was given to all the citizens above the age of 21 years. Okay, this was a law that the people above there, it is a fundamental right of the citizens, and the people who are above the age of 18 years, they have a right to vote. Later, they realized and they have reduced the right to vote, age of right to vote to 18 years. So they have altered, here they have altered, they have made changes in the existing laws. Okay. Next is legislature. So we know legislature, it is a direct source of law. It is the organ of the body which makes law. We know that legislature, it is the organ of the body which makes the laws. And these laws have to be passed by both the houses. In case of bicameral legislature, both the houses have to pass the laws. So while making new laws, legislature, it represents the voice of the people. Legislature, it represents the voice of the people. In legislature, you will have your representatives. So these representatives, if they are rejecting any bill, that is also considered as the voice of the public. If they are accepting a bill, that is also considered as the voice of the general public. Okay. So what are the 6 sources of law? First, you should know 6 sources. Okay. How many sources of law are there? There are 6 sources of law. What are they? The first one is custom, then religion, then scientific commentaries, then judicial decisions, then equity. What is the difference between judicial decisions and equity? Judicial decisions are the judgment of the court. Equity is the laws made by the court or judges. Here, the judgment will become the law. Here, the judges will make the law using their, fairness, on the basis of fairness and justice. On the principle of fairness and justice, judges will make the laws. Difference between these two, judicial decisions and equity. In judicial decisions, the judgments given by the court will become the law. Judgments given by the court will become the law. Here, in equity, the judges, they will use the principle of fairness and justice, and they make the laws. That is why we are calling it as judge-made laws. They are called as judge-made laws. Why? Because the judges will make the laws on the principle of fairness and justice. But here, the judgments, the decisions are considered as the laws. Okay, then what is scientific commentaries? What is the difference between scientific commentaries and judicial decisions? Scientific commentaries are the comments or the opinions of the intellectuals or eminent personalities, okay, who has knowledge of lawmaking. They are giving their comment, their opinion, okay. Am I clear with this? So that is scientific commentaries. So 6 sources of law are customs, religion, scientific commentaries, judicial decisions, equity, and legislature. If you know this, if you understand the meaning of the side heading, what does it say? What does it mean? What is equity? Equity is principle of fairness and justice. What is legislature? It is the organ of government which makes the law. So it is a direct source of law. If you are able to keep these points in your mind, if you are able to remember the side headings and key points in your mind, then you will be able to write your answer. So you can, this was asked in your previous paper for 10 marks. What are the sources of law? Okay. And one more thing, if you are thorough with your previous paper, if you are able to solve your previous paper, then you will be able to write your next paper, because mostly, questions are repeated. Few questions are repeated. So at least, 40% paper will repeat. So if minimum 40% paper will repeat. So if you are thorough with those who have failed, I'm talking about them, those who have failed, those who are writing supplementary exam, if you are, learning that previous paper, March paper, without choice, okay, you have 5 LAQs and 12 SAQs and 20 VSAQs. Okay, if you are learning that one paper thoroughly without choice, learning all 5 LAQs, 12 SAQs and 20 VSAQs, you can, get at least passing marks in your supplementary exam. Okay, you can at least get pass. Okay, now coming to the short answers in this topic. We are dealing with law. So let us discuss the features of law. What are the features of law? So what are laws? We know laws are rules made by sovereign. What are laws? Laws are the rules. Laws are the rules made by the sovereign. Why sovereign is making rules? To control the external behavior. To control the external behavior. Any organization, state is a political organization. So to control the external behavior of the people of the state, the government will make the laws. If you take your college or school, there also you need to follow certain rules and regulations. Why? If there are no rules, then you will behave as you like. Okay. So to control your behavior, we make rules and regulations. So what are laws? Laws are nothing but the rules which are made by the sovereign, the supreme political authority or supreme authority in general, we can say. For example, in your home also, it is your head of the family, your father or grandfather. They will make certain rules and regulations, and all the family members have to follow that. Why they are making these rules and regulations? Just to control your external behavior, how you behave, your attitude, just to control your attitude and behavior, the laws are made. Okay, so we have discussed the definition in the previous question. Again, the same definition given by T.E. Holland. What is that? Law is general rule of external human actions. What are laws? Laws are nothing but the general rules of human action, how a human being should conduct himself. Okay. Enforced by the Soviet political authority. So who is enforcing these laws? Who is making this law? The Soviet political authority. The head of the government, the head of the state is making the laws to control, okay, human actions. If there are no laws, then nobody will be under control. They will behave as they like. Okay, so what are laws according to T.E. Holland? Laws are general rule of external action enforced by the Soviet political authority. So let us see the features of law. What are the features of law? So laws are the rules given by the Soviet supreme authority. Soviet is the supreme authority. The person who possesses sovereignty is called as Soviet. I told you just now, I have given you an example. In your house, it is your father or your grandfather who is the head of the family. They make all rules and regulations, how you should conduct, how you should behave. So what are rules? Rules or laws, they are nothing but the orders of the Soviet. Okay. And they are making these rules to control your behavior. So laws are the rules given by the Soviet. Who is the Soviet in home or house? It is the head of the family. Everybody will follow his instructions, right? Similarly, who is the Soviet in the classroom? It is the teacher in the class. All the students have to follow her instructions. So what are laws? Laws are nothing but the rules or instructions given by the Soviet. Okay, then laws are valid. Laws are valid because they are given and enforced by the state, that is government. Here when we say state, it is government. Okay, laws are valid because they are given and enforced by the state. Okay, it has got validity because the head of this government or head of the state is, involved in lawmaking and they are enforcing it. Okay, for example, I'll tell you, we have a parliament where we have Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, two houses. It is representation of people, represents people, and it represents the state. So our representatives of the people, when a bill is introduced by the government, they have power to reject or approve those bills. Okay. So as the representatives of the people are approving it and then the government is enforcing it. That is why we are saying they are valid. It has got validity. It has got the approval of the representatives of the people and the state. Representatives of the people and the state. That is why they are valid. After getting valid only, they are enforced or implemented. They are enforced or implemented. Okay, so laws are valid because they are given and enforced by the state. Laws are definite, precise, and universal. Laws are definite, precise, and universal. Universal means which are applicable to all. Universal means applicable to all. Precise means they are very simple and short. Definite means they are fixed. Okay. Okay, for example, your college starts at 9 o'clock. Everybody knows this is defined here that the college starts at 9. They are very simple. 9 o'clock, you have to reach the college. And universal means all the students and teachers, the staff, they should be in college by 9 o'clock. So it is applicable to all. Okay, so universal means applicable to all. Precise means very simple. Okay, simple or short we can say. And they are definite, they are fixed. Your college finishes at 4:30 or 5 o'clock. That is defined there. Your timing are defined. So laws are always defined. They are precise, short, simple, and universal in nature. Universal means applicable to all. Then laws reflect the opinion of the people, because how we are saying that it is reflecting the opinion of the people, because it is the representatives of the people who are approving it. So indirectly, the laws are reflecting the opinion of the people. It shows that people want that law. The representatives of the people, they are expressing the opinion of the people. So that is why we say laws reflect the opinion of the people. Okay, laws. For example, I'll take again, we were discussing with college. Whoever takes admission in the college, with their will and wish they come to college. Nobody force them, right? They take admission willingly. So it is understood that it is their opinion. If college starts at 9 o'clock and ends at 2 o'clock, it's okay, it's fine with them. Everybody is accepting it. Okay, or 4 o'clock, whatever may be the timing. So it will reflect the opinion of the people. Laws reflect the opinion of the people. Any violation leads to punishment. Any violation leads to punishment. That means if you are violating the laws, if you are violating means breaking the laws. If you are breaking the laws, then you will have to face the punishment. Okay. For example, if you are breaking, if you are jumping the red signal, you have to pay the fine. If you are coming late to the college, you have to face punishment. The teacher may not allow you in the class, or if she is allowing you, she may ask you to stay back after college hours. Okay, some kind of small punishment is given so that next time you come on time. So any violation, and that is important. If violation of laws is not punished, then everybody will violate the laws. Then what is the use of making laws? Making of law will not serve the purpose then. Yes or no? For example, the rule is college starts at 9 o'clock. That is the law. It is the rule. So everybody, teachers, staff, students, everybody should be in college by 9 o'clock. If teachers, students, they are coming as per their will and wish, whenever they feel like, then what is the use of fixing that time? So any violation, if you are violating or breaking the laws, it will lead to punishment. A small punishment can be in any form. Okay, then laws are compulsory. If there are no laws, just now we have discussed, if there are no laws, no rules, then people will behave as they like. If the college timings are not fixed at 9 o'clock, if they say you can come at any time, some students will come at 9, some will come at 10, some will come at 3 o'clock as per their will and wish. So if there are laws, then everybody has to follow because it is applicable to all. If there is a rule, everybody has to follow. So it is compulsory. To control the external activities of an individual, laws are compulsory. Laws are compulsory. Okay. I hope I'm clear with the first 6 points. Next is law aim at promoting individual and general welfare. See, if you are following the laws, it is beneficial to you and to everybody. Beneficial to you and everybody. For example, we'll take small example of traffic rules. If you're following traffic rules, then what happens? Traffic jams can be avoided, accidents can be avoided. It is for general welfare. It is beneficial to you also because you are following traffic rules. As an individual, when you are following a traffic rule, then you can do your work, you can reach your destination on time, and it will not, cause any accident or traffic jam. So it is for general welfare. So laws are for promoting individual as well as general welfare. Laws are for individual as well as general welfare. And laws change according to the changing needs of the people. So laws can be changed according to the changing needs of the people. Okay, that is another feature of law. For example, okay, a road which is one way. Okay, if required, they can make it as two-way. If there is a heavy flow of traffic, then that one-way road can be converted into two-way. Or if it is a two-way road, it can be changed to one-way road according to the needs. Okay, so that is the feature of law. The laws can be changed according to the needs of the people. I hope I am clear with this topic, features of law, an important question for 5 marks. Okay, you should be able to understand what are laws, what happens if we don't follow the laws, okay, and why laws are made. Okay, laws are nothing but rules. See, I asked 3 questions just now. What are laws, why laws are made, and what happens if we don't follow the laws. Okay, so what are laws? Laws are the rules. Who are imposing these laws? It is imposed by the Soviet authority. They are definite, precise, and universal. That means everybody has to follow the laws. They reflect the opinion of the people. If you break the laws, you will have to face the punishment. Laws are compulsory to control the external actions. And laws aim, what are the aims of law? Promote individual and general welfare. And what is the nature of law? Laws can be changed according to the needs of the people. According to the needs of the people. So if you are able to understand the concept and remember the key words, important words, then you can write your answer. I hope I am clear with this. Let us move to the next question. Kinds of law. Laws are of different kinds. Here we have discussed only 4 kinds of laws, but if you see the classification, it is very lengthy. We have, public law, private law, ordinary law, national law, international law. So it's very lengthy, but we will discuss any 4 kinds of laws. Okay. So first is, basically, if you see, basic classification, if you see, laws are classified into 2 types. Laws are classified into 2 types. One is national law and another is international law. National law is for regulating the people in the country. International laws for regulating the international relations between the country. So laws are of two types broadly. One is national and another is international. Again, these national laws are classified into two types. Okay, again, this national law is classified into two types. That is public law and private law. Okay, public law and private law. The public law means laws which are made by the government for the people. And private laws are general laws for regulating the relation between the people. Okay, public laws are the laws made by the government. Private laws are regulating the relations between the individuals in the society. Okay, so public law is again classified into constitutional law and administrative law, or ordinary laws also we say. Constitutional laws or administrative law. Other name is ordinary law or general law. Okay. Then this general law is again divided into statutory law, case law, and common law. So we are not going to discuss all these kinds of law. We will just discuss 4 important kinds of law. We won't go into deep. Okay, we don't have that much of time. The question is, explain any 4 kinds of law. We'll start with national law. Okay, to start with national law. National law is made and enforced by the sovereign state. Every independent state will make laws for the people. So its jurisdiction, its limit. Jurisdiction means limit. Okay, remember my word jurisdiction, it means limit. So national law, it is made by the sovereign political authority in the state. Its jurisdiction is over all the people within the state. Okay, all the people within the state. Everybody, every individual in a state, they have to follow. They have to follow the laws made by the government. That is national law. That is we call national law. Okay. So with this national law, what are we doing? It is regulating the relations among the individuals on one side and relations between the state and the individual. So this national law, it is establishing a relation between 2 individuals, and it is also establishing relation between the government and the individuals. Okay, government and the individuals. I hope I'm clear till here. What is national law? National laws are the laws made and enforced by the sovereign independent state. That is the government of a state, independent state will make laws for the people of that country. Jurisdiction is all the people in that state. They have to follow the laws made by the government. Okay. So it is regulating, it is establishing the relations between individuals on one side and relations between the state and the individuals on other side. Okay. Now coming to the classification of national laws. These national laws are of 2 types. National laws are of 2 types. Constitutional laws. Okay, laws governing the state and its organs. How government should function. That is mentioned in the constitution. what government should do, what government should not do. Okay, how it should make policies and programs for the welfare of the people. All these things are given in the Constitution, and the government, it performs its functions on the basis of the Constitution. So that this constitutional law, the constitutional law, it is governing the state and the organs. So here state, again I say it is government. Here state means government. So how legislature should function, how executive should function, how judiciary should function, that is given in the Constitution. And these organs of the government, they are functioning, they are governing. When they are making laws, they are making it on the basis of the Constitution only. So that is why we call it as constitutional laws. That is why we call it as constitutional laws. And the ordinary laws, it governs the people. Ordinary laws, they are governing the people. Laws made by the government for controlling the behavior of the people, they are the ordinary laws. Constitutional laws, it is governing the state, whereas ordinary laws are governing the people. Now let us see international laws. International laws. What are international laws? These are the laws or rules which are applicable to the countries. Okay, when they are maintaining relations among them, international relations. So for that, they have to follow certain laws. So those laws are called as international laws. Those laws are called as international laws. Okay, they are applicable to the relation among the states. Okay. So when you are entering into an agreement with a foreign country, you have to follow international laws. And next is again constitutional laws. It is the basic law of the state, we said. We know constitution is the basic law of the land, we say. So government exercise its power and perform its functions according to the written and unwritten principles of the Constitution. What are constitutional laws? Laws which are, governing the state in performing its functions. It is called as constitutional laws. And this constitution, it is prepared by a body of people called Constituent Assembly. Okay. Then ordinary laws. Ordinary laws, it explains the relations of the citizen with society, government, and state. Okay. So your ordinary laws, for example, your traffic rules, they are ordinary laws. All of us, we follow traffic rules. These laws are made by the government and it is for the welfare of the society. If there are no traffic rules, then you know what happens. Okay, traffic jams, accidents. Okay, so to avoid such things, we have to follow traffic rules. So traffic rules are examples of ordinary law. So it is establishing the relation between the citizens with the society and government. And this rules, the legislature will make the ordinary laws. Payment of taxes is also a law. So the legislature will decide, the parliament will decide how much tax you should pay on your income, based on your income, what percentage of tax you should pay. Okay, so all these are the ordinary laws. So ordinary laws are made by the legislature and constitutional laws are from the Constitution. So what are the 4 types of laws we have discussed? 4 kinds of laws: national laws, international laws, constitutional laws, and ordinary laws. The next is, what is rule of law? What is rule of law? We have discussed this many a times. I told you, rule of law means equality before law. Rule of law means equality before law. It is a unique feature of a British Constitution. It was first originated in England. This rule of law, this concept, it originated in England. Okay, later countries like India and USA have adapted this. Okay, so it is purely on the principle of general law. It donates law should be general in form. That means, what is rule of law? Everybody should follow same laws. All are equal before law. Okay, so it shows the laws should be uniformly applicable to all the citizens living in a state. Okay, each and every citizen, they should follow same laws. Laws are same for everybody. There should not be different types of laws for various sections of the community. So laws should not be different on the basis of, caste, religion. Okay, everybody should follow same laws. In other words, we can say that government must treat all the citizens equally. Okay, government should not differentiate between the citizens. All this, when they are making laws, those laws should be applicable to all. Okay, so governance. What is governance here? Act of governing. Act of governing is called as governance. So administration and governance in a particular state should be carried on in accordance with the laws of that state. Every state will have its own laws. So when government is, performing its functions, they should make the laws in accordance with the conditions of the state. The main objective of the rule of law is government should not act arbitrarily. Okay, government should not act arbitrarily, means they should not act as per their will and wish. They should not differentiate the people on the basis of their community. It should conduct and implement proper procedure as authorized by the legislature. So any form of violation of law should be punished. If anybody is violating the laws, he should be punished in accordance with the procedures. Okay, when you are breaking a law, then you are punished. But that punishment is not as per the will and wish. Punishments are also decided. Okay, for example, if you are jumping traffic signal, if you are driving without helmet, you know how much fine you have to pay. That is already decided. So this is rule of law, that is equality of law implies equal subjections of all classes. That means there is no differentiation between the people on the basis of their caste, class, or religion, including the officials. They have to follow the laws of the state. Then it is called as rule of law or equality before law. Okay. Am I clear with rule of law? Let's move to the next question. Very short answers. See, we are learning each concept. This chapter is very lengthy. You have 5 concepts in this chapter, political concepts. So we are still in law. You have to do liberty, equality, justice, power, and authority. So let us try to complete this concept law. So first question is, what is constitutional law? So it is the supreme law of land. Okay, it is supreme law of the land. Every citizen, irrespective of his caste, religion, gender, has to follow the constitutional laws. Basically, these are the laws which are governing the state. It is helping the state, that is the government, to make the laws. Okay, so constitutional law, it is the supreme law of land, and this constitution, it is given by the Constituent Assembly. When the people, the body of people who has made the constitution, they have decided that how government should function. So it is given by the Constituent Assembly. What is Constituent Assembly? It is the body of people who prepare the constitution. So constitutional laws are given in the constitution. What constitution say, we should understand that constitutional laws are coming from the constitution. So what does the constitution explains? It explains the powers and functions of the government, how the government should function, and what are the rights and duties of the people. That is explained in the constitution. The constitution, it contains, okay, it contains the powers and functions of the government and rights and duties of the citizens. I hope I'm clear with the constitutional law. Next is your positive law. So laws are of two types, that is moral laws and positive laws. Okay, so moral laws, they are based on morality. They are given by the society, whereas positive laws are given by the state. It is for the welfare of the people. So positive laws, why we are saying positive laws? Because these laws are made for the welfare of the people. Laws are made for the welfare of the people. That is why we are saying it is positive law. And moral laws are based on morality. So it is morality. Where do you find morality? Moral values in society. Okay. So moral laws are given by the society. Positive laws are given by the state. Okay. Why we are saying this as positive law? Because these laws are made for the welfare of the people. So this positive law has got legal basis. It controls the human beings in the society. All the human beings are controlled by the legal laws. That is positive laws. We call them as positive laws. If you are breaking the laws, you have to face the punishment. So that is legal nature. That is why we are saying that it is based on legal. They are legal in nature. Next is rule of law in Indian Constitution. See, we have discussed rule of law. So what is rule of law according to Indian Constitution? Okay. So the Indian Constitution, it recognizes the rule of law as its basic feature. It is one of the important features of our Constitution. Okay. So it is the basic structure of our Constitution. So Article 14 says, Article 14 of our Constitution says that all are equal before law. There is no discrimination among the people on the basis of caste, religion, gender, etc. So from Article 14 to 21 of Indian Constitution, we have incorporated the spirit of rule of law, the spirit of this concept, rule of law. Okay. And then what do you mean by administrative law? Administrative laws are the laws which are regulating the relations between authorities and the people. Okay. The functioning of the government is called as administration. So here, the government and the relation between the government and the people can be understood by this administrative law. It deals with government's developmental and welfare program. So see, for example, if you want to, take the benefit of any of the developmental programs launched by the government, then you need to follow certain, instructions, certain rules. And it also brings discipline among the government officials. Okay, so this administrative laws, it not only regulates the relationship between the government and the individual, but it also regulates the behavior of the government officials. It brings discipline among them. Okay, so with this, we have completed your concept law. In next class, we will discuss liberty, another concept, that is liberty. Thank you very much.